In this episode of Did You Know, we're going to take a look at slide protection. We're actually going to take a look at slide protection on halfback draws. It is the one run in the game that you can still slide protect on. Now, a few years ago, you could slide protect on a wide variety of runs and have much better success. Now, EA denied this, but of course, EA's clueless. They don't lab the game. They don't even know how the game works. So the players like myself and other guys that actually lab and know how the game works, slide protection worked. Now, since that whole debate, it doesn't work anymore. Obviously, they fixed it. It's more along the lines of you can ID the mic in certain situations. But halfback draws is that one run where you can still slide protect. This is what the play art will look like normally. And just like on a pass play, as you see, if we slide protect to the left, the linemen go to the left. If we slide protect to the right, they go to the right. Now let's reset it. Now as you can see, take a look at the two left guys, the guard and the tackle. See their angle? Now let's shift to the right. So their angles are the same. It's the three other guys, the center in the center, the guard on the right, and the tackle on the right. They change. If we go to the other side, the two right guys stay the same, and the three guys go that way. So it's not the entire line. It's just the center, the tackle, and the guard on the side that you're sliding to. So let's just run a regular play up the middle. Now this is practice mode, so we're going to get a lot of false positives. Practice mode is not really a way to show you guys quality tips. That's whatever, but it's also an easy way to get content out. So let's try a run up the middle. And now it's a crossfire, so as you can see, that guy comes in, and that's exactly how it should be. So it's crossfire, he's looping in, and that's exactly what he does to our halfback draw. Now, we actually do have a lane on this side. Oops. If we take it right there, that's the hole we should be taking, right? But I'm trying to show you what it's like running up the middle. That's going to happen to you, especially with a user defender there. So let's try it again one more time. Now this time we end up getting a block and we go up the middle. So when it comes to a halfback draw, the results are going to vary. That's the nature of a halfback draw. I would say it's the one run in the game where results are absolutely going to be different no matter what the defense is in, just based on how as you can see, the way the linemen react no matter what, and even the fact that we've got receivers going downfield. They gobble up all three of those guys, so if we're able to break free, we can certainly be gone for a touchdown. But it's just going to be different every time. This time, who was it there? So yeah, so the guard ends up getting his hands on the linebacker, and he goes down to the ground, and now we end up picking up 10 yards. So the results are going to vary. So let's try to run it to that same hole on the left without slide protecting on a crossfire. Okay, so we actually end up picking up some really nice yards. So the whole key to using slide protection on runs is understanding what your opponent is doing. And a lot of people are going to run the same stuff over and over and over. So if they run a crossfire and they don't do anything to it like this, okay, then we know we have the ability to gain some yards on that left edge. But let's just say that you run a halfback draw and the defensive end on the left shoots down and just tackles you in the backfield. That happens a lot. If they're blitzing two guys from the same side of your running back, those two guys can crash down and tackle you in the backfield. And the one way to get around that is by slide protecting to that side. Now, it's not really going to happen on the opposite side. Let's just say that they press and they blitz the outside defensive back, whatever, and then we run a draw. It's not as common for the right side defensive end or linebacker or corner to shoot in and stop you in the backfield. It's always going to be the backside guy slanting in. That's just the nature of it. So if that happens to you, then all you're going to have to do is slide protect to that side on the run, and that is not going to happen anymore. Now, you're still going to need to find your lane, but at least you know that that backside crash at the running back is not going to happen. So let's try it again. And as you can see here, gobbled up, right? So crossfire, we have different results. Okay, by doing nothing, we had the lane, and then by doing nothing again, we didn't have the lane, and now we do it again where we actually slide protect, okay, and we have a lane, but last time we didn't. So as you can see again, we slide protect that way. So now 2 runs, we've had a lane by slide protecting left, and 1, we just got annihilated. So now 3 positive runs, and another 1, we got annihilated. So now let's actually not do anything. Let's see if we can get that same run. And we do. So against a crossfire, you know, the slide protection on the left isn't needed unless they're getting the backside slant at the quarterback. So what about if we slide to the right? This is something that is very useful if you think that a defender might be looping in, or if they're in, say, like a deep blue or something like that, because you can really take these to the outside. As you can see, all the wide receivers on this play are going downfield. And as I showed you on that one instant replay, those 3 guys, okay, take a look. There's Boyle, Snead, and Brown. There's 3 defenders on that side. So if they pick up their blocks, okay, gobble up those defenders, we have the ability, now it's Javorius Allen, so he's not very good, not fast, but we have the ability to be gone, especially against a crossfire. And especially if that guy that's ID'd right now, the Mike linebacker, if he comes in through the left, and then we're running all the way to the right, and those guys gobble up the defenders, then we can absolutely be gone for a touchdown. But as you can see right there, Allen just doesn't have, he doesn't have that strafe burst type deal. So you can get a strafe burst on defense, and you can also get the same thing on offense. But as you can see, he just doesn't like have it. But again, the tight end and the 2 wide receivers gobble up their man. So we have the ability with the slide protection. Okay, and again, with the slide protection, it doesn't mean that they're going to look exactly like they're going to the outside. Right here, watch. They actually go to the opposite side, right? It looks. But it's hard to explain, but how would I even explain this? It's like the way that the game is programmed, it almost forces the defenders to kind of come in that way. So as you can see, take a look at this guy, right? He's supposed to be looping around all the way to this side. But I slid to the right. And see, it almost like it sucks him in because of the slide protection. It changes his assignment. And that's why these guys end up shifting to that side. But the slide protection is still to the right in the sense that that's where we're going to have the room. Let's try it again one more time. I'm going to slide to the right. Okay. Now I should be getting that, like, that's just awful. That is just awful. If you buy my offensive ebook for Jumbo Heavy, you're going to notice that this is something that I do a lot. And it's just like, Allen is just terrible. So that right side is just, it's there. It's there for the taking. It's just a matter of, again, halfback draws are one of the most random runs in the game. Anything can happen on any down, unlike a halfback stretch. If they come out in a certain defense and you have a halfback stretch and you have the numbers, you're going to win. And you're going to win, and you're going to win, and you're going to win. On halfback draws, there's risk involved. But, like I said, in situations like this, if you're counting the numbers, you're like, okay, wait, I got my tight end and 2 wide receivers, and they've got 2 defensive backs and a safety on that side. So as long as I don't get hit on the backside, I should be able to take this for a touchdown. I'm not even going to try to even do the strafe burst with Allen. So as you can see, you do have the ability to take it to the outside. So use your slide protection smart. Like I said, if they're getting you on the backside like that, that's very common with halfback draws. You can just get smoked. And if that's happening to you, all you have to do is slide protect to that side. And you can just leave it as is. Halfback draws are good as is, but sometimes you're going to notice that you're running a halfback draw and they're just, maybe they're crashing their defensive line down. Maybe they're doing something. So if you really like a halfback draw, let's just say that that's a big part of your scheme and your opponent is stopping it, use slide left and slide right and just see if any other holes open up. I love personally using slide protection because I feel like it does give you more of that home run instead, because a halfback draw is not a home run, right? It's just you want to run it up the middle, you want to have the defenders backing up, and you want to pick up a few yards. But like in a crossfire, when the defenders are attacking the middle or they're crashing down, that's when sliding to either side is going to give you that ability to pick up more yards. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.